Welcome to the 2019-2020 JUICY Awards presentation. JUICY stands for the Judson University Impressive Stars of the Year. My name is Austin Anderson. I'm the Director of Athletic Communications here at Judson University, and I'm joined by our Director of Athletics and the Director of Cross Country and Track and Field here, Joel Poppenfuss. We wish that we could be with you for the JUICY Awards, but unfortunately with the current climate with COVID-19, we're unable to do so. So we're doing the next best option. We're meeting here virtually. We're in Studio A in the Thompson Center here on Judson's campus, and we look forward to talking about all of our athletes from the past year, especially those seniors that were unable to finish the rest of their year.
That's right, Austin, and I appreciate your intro very much. These are impressive athletes, impressive student athletes. They're putting forth great work in the classroom. They take their studies seriously, and they compete like none other. And we're very proud of our athletes here at Judson. The Bible says, give honor to whom honor is due, and it is only appropriate that we honor the tremendous accomplishments and milestones that some of our athletes were able to reach this past year. It is unfortunate we can't be with you in person, but we have a great heart for each of you. We love you, and we're cheering for you from afar, and we're excited today to be able to honor each of you well-deserved award winners.
Absolutely. So the format, without going into every little detail, we'll be going through not only the award recipients for all of our awards today, we'll also be doing a quick little snippet of each of our athletic programs, the 20 of them here at Judson University. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's recognize the seniors who have been in athletics for 4 years. The Judson University Athletic Department is proud to have each of these athletes participate in athletics for all 4 years at Judson University. Congratulations to each of our athletes for 4 outstanding years at Judson, and thank you for your contributions to the athletic programs. Throughout the event, we will feature each of our 20 athletic programs and mix that in with a couple awards awarded here and there. So without further ado, let's get a start with our baseball program. The Judson University baseball team is under the direction of Mike Guilfoyle in his first season after being on staff as the associate head coach since 2012. The team had just begun its season playing 14 games in Florida and 1 game at home before their season was suspended. Alonzo White and David Sorrell each had 10 strikeout games and victories over Michigan Dearborn and Trinity Baptist. Judson pounded 2019 NCCAA national runners-up Warner University 14-1. Offensively, Dane Frederick was coming into his own for the Eagles. Transfer infielders Cam Pauley and Tommy Moran made an immediate impact. Our next team will be the Judson University women's basketball program. The Judson University women's basketball team is under the direction of second-year head coach Sarah Nelson. The team faced unexpected adversity during the season as 3 of their top scorers from the 18-19 campaign were inactive due to injury. In addition, the 2019-2020 team scoring leader Tamia Banks was sidelined for the final quarter of the season due to an injury as well. This season quickly transitioned into development for Judson newcomers to the program, including freshmen Cindy Wolf and Emily Balcazar, transfers McKaylee Cray and Jasmine Mitchell. Coach Nelson does have 1 team award to present this season. The Most Valuable Teammate Award goes to Deja Pruitt. Deja was injured in September and was out for the season, but never complained about her situation and always made it a priority to be engaged in practices and games. She will always be there to help and encourage her teammates in whatever way she could. Congratulations, Deja, on a much-deserved award. After the women's basketball team, it's now time for the men's basketball team. The Judson University men's basketball program is under the direction of head coach Brian Thrift in his 4th season at the helm for the Eagles. Judson started off with a bang as Jordan Johnson hit a 25-foot three-pointer at the horn on opening night to defeat then number 9 Madonna 90-89. Bryce Prohaska, Darius Jones, Donnie Flynn, and DeMarcus Williams each averaged double figures for Judson. Greeny was a sharpshooter for Judson during the second half of the season. The Judson men's basketball program announced a change in leadership on Friday as Coach Thrift resigned to take an athletic director position and boys basketball coaching position in Texas. Lead assistant coach Bruce Fields now will take over the program as its new head coach. We'd like to thank Coach Thrift for a Judson awesome 4 years and wish you the best. Coach Fields, we look forward to your time as the head coach of the Judson men's basketball program.
The 2019-2020 season certainly featured some opportunities for our coaches to be recognized in many numerous ways. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of those milestones right now.
Irick Gardner picked up his first win on January 24th against Geneva College at the NCCAA Invite in Palos Heights, Illinois. Haley Length got her first win on February 22nd of 2020 versus Kentucky Christian at Georgetown, Kentucky. Mike Guilfoyle picked up his first win on February 24th at Warner University in Florida. Julia Fahey was the NCCAA National Runner-Up with the Judson Women's Volleyball program. Rafa Heck's team made the NCCAA National Tournament once again, as well as Diego Ceballos on the women's soccer side. Joel Poppenfuss's women's cross-country team also made the NCCAA National Championship this fall.
Congratulations, coaches. Well deserved. Now it's time to talk about our bowling programs.
The Judson men's and women's bowling teams had strong seasons prior to the COVID-19 stoppage. In February, both the men's and women's teams took home first place in the Viterbo V-Hawk Classic. In early November, the Judson men's bowling team had a first-place finish at the Olivet College Open and finished in second at the Adrian Open the day prior. The women's teams had a pair of second-place finishes those days as well. Lucas Pincus, Freddie Rosa, and Lowell Lind each averaged over 200 pins for the Eagles in individual contests this season. Adelise Carballo, Nora Russell, and Kendall Leahy each averaged over 175 pins per contest for Judson.
And now, the Judson University Spirit Squad.
The Judson University Spirit Squad continues to be an immense presence to our athletic department during game competition. Under the direction of Bonnie Beener in her second season, the Spirit Squad has led numerous halftime performances, led in-game chants from the sidelines, and organized student games that were played in the midst of breaks. The team nominated a pair of athletes for our campus awards that made a significant difference for the 2019-2020 year. Brittany Farley was the team's champion of character, while Kenzie Brown was the best supporting role for the 1920 squad.
And now for our cross-country teams.
This past fall, the women's cross-country team competed in the NCCAA National Championships in November in Point Lookout, Missouri. They qualified as a team for the second consecutive year and the fifth time in the last 6 seasons. As a team, the Eagles finished 8th overall. Casey Moreno and Fatima Chaudhry were Judson's 2 top runners for the event. Judson runners Marie Mayer and Chloe Burkhart did not run in the NCCAA National Championship, as they were both preparing to run in the NAIA National Championship the following week in Vancouver, Washington. Both of these runners qualified by finishing in the top 15 at the CCAC Championship meet on November 9th. The 2 runners were also CCAC All-Conference performers. On the men's side, Juan Villagomez participated in the NCCAA National Championship as an individual, finishing as one of the top 80 runners in the National Championships in Point Lookout, Missouri.
So now, here is our first JUICY Award that we'll be handing out here today. It'll go to our male and female champion of character for the 2019-2020 year.
Our first award of the evening is the Champion of Character Award. The NAIA, the CCAC, and Judson University Athletics place a strong emphasis on character in athletics. 5 values are considered when selecting this award: integrity, respect, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Our nominees include Kelly Hooksema, women's basketball; Taylor Conchel, women's volleyball; Annalise Cisneros, cross country and track and field; Elizabeth Gagnon, softball; Brittany Farley, Spirit Squad; Danica Santiago, women's bowling; Alondra Blanco, women's soccer. Our winner of the Women's Champion of Character Award is Annalise Cisneros. Cisneros continues to be a leader while competing and while not, as she was recognized last summer as the 2018-2019 CCAC Champions of Character Award winner, as the only CCAC athlete to receive that recognition. She also was nominated for the same award at the NEI level. Congratulations, Annalie. Our men's nominations include Brandon Callender, baseball, Dimitri Ingracia, tennis, Ben Simpson, track and field, David Ritchie, bowling, Caleb Rudder, men's basketball, Josh Santos, men's volleyball, Robert Carr, men's golf, and Daniel Izaza, men's soccer. Our men's champion character award winner is Dimitri Ingracia. Dimitri will be recognized with a significant honor for his character in the coming weeks. We cannot fully disclose the details at this time, but Dimitri's character stands out in a doubles match at ITA Regionals when he asked an official to reverse a call to not be in his favor, as Dimitri saw the ball go out of bounds despite the official's call. Well done, both Dimitri and Annalie.
Now let's go ahead and feature our golf programs under the direction of John Waddell.
The Judson Golf Program is under the direction of John Waddell, who is in his 4th year at Judson. The golf program sent a qualifier from the men's and women's teams to the NCCAA National Championships this past October in Palm Coast, Florida, for the 3rd consecutive season combined. Nick Swerzinski qualified for the 2nd straight season on the men's side. He finished 24th overall. On the women's side, Casey Robinson finished 29th.
The next award is the Judson University's Best Individual Athletic Performance for the 2019-2020 year.
Our next award is for the best men's and women's individual performances. Each nominee demonstrated performing outstandingly at their respective sport in a contest this past year. Our nominees for the women's side include Annalie Cisneros, track and field, Kenzie Ebert, volleyball, Marie Mayer, cross country, Sky Osborne, softball, Alondra Blanco, soccer, Casey Robinson, golf, and Adelise Carballo in bowling. The winner is Annalie Cisneros. Cisneros won the 2020 Indoor 3,000-meter race walk NAIA National Championship in Brookings, South Dakota in early March. Cisneros broke the NAIA Indoor National Championship record time and has not finished below a first-place finish in a competition in 3 years. She will finish with 6 national titles. Our nominees include Francisco Villanueva, track and field, Juan Villagomez, cross country, Chris Veldkamp, tennis, Nico Mihalopoulos, soccer, Nick Swerzinski, golf, Alonzo White, baseball, Brandon Salazar, bowling, Jordan Johnson, basketball, Josh Santos, volleyball. And our winner is Nico Mihalopoulos. Nico won CCAC Men's Soccer Player of the Year award and helped Judson advance to the NCCAA National Tournament for the 2nd straight season after scoring 16 goals and amassing 35 points. In a game earlier this season against Waldorf, he had 3 goals and 2 assists for a total of 8 points. Congratulations to both Annalie and Nico.
Now it's a chance to feature our newest program, football.
The Judson football program had an exciting 2019-2020 year as it was admitted to the well-respected Mid-States Football Association for the 2021 season. The team also made some key additions to its coaching staff as Dan Pleplazik was named head coach and Jamie Herrick was named executive director of football operations. Judson University looks forward to a strong 2nd year of football and continuing to build the newest athletic program on campus.
Our next award is our Judson University Men's and Women's Newcomer of the Year. Whether a freshman or a transfer, there certainly were some impressive first-year athletes here at Judson. Let's find out who wins.
Here are our nominees for the Women's Award. McKaylee Cray, basketball, Zoe Eitel, volleyball, Samantha Brackenrig, women's tennis, Laura Holston, bowling, Alondra Blanco, women's soccer, Casey Moreno, cross country, Jasmine McCormick, softball, Lindsay Pietrzak, golf, Gina Mysick, track and field. And the winner is Alondra Blanco. Alondra Blanco led Judson women's soccer to its first NCCAA national tournament appearance in 5 seasons by scoring 14 goals and finishing with 33 points, which were both team highs. She received NCCAA and CCAC postseason recognition for her outstanding efforts. One season highlight was scoring the game-winning goal versus St. Ambrose to help the Eagles make the CCAC postseason. The nominations for the men's award include Jamison Blasing, volleyball, Andres Reum, baseball, DeMarcus Williams, basketball, Fernando Nava, soccer, Blake Foster, golf, Juan Villagomez, cross country, Erwin Lee II, track and field, Eddie Zorowski, bowling. The winner is Fernando Nava. Fernando Nava played 19 games, starting 15 of them, with 5 goals and 2 assists as a freshman, helping Judson to its 2nd consecutive NCCAA national tournament appearance.
Now it's on to our men's soccer program.
For the 2nd consecutive year, the Judson men's soccer program earned an NCCAA national tournament berth in Kissimmee, Florida. Judson went into the national tournament as the North Central region representative. Judson wound up getting 3 points in pool play, just shy of advancing to the semifinal round. Nico Michalopoulos was named CCAC Athlete of the Year and NAIA All-American Honorable Mention. Nico and Luis Germano each received accolades at the NCCAA national and regional levels, as well as the CCAC conference.
Many of our athletes here at Judson University do receive many accolades, but there are some athletes who fly under the radar and have really successful careers here at Judson. Let's find out about a few now.
Our next award is the Best Male and Female Supporting Roles. These athletes have succeeded in their respective sports and have helped their respective teams in whatever way possible. The nominees for the Women's Award include Jade Warner, women's basketball, Brianna Burns, volleyball, Caitlin Coleman, tennis, Isabel Hint, track and field, Chloe Burkhart, cross country, Lauren Kelly, soccer, Sarah Herbert, softball, Haley Provo, golf, Kenzie Brown, Spirit Squad, Madeline Voss, bowling, and our winner is Isabel Hint. This season, Hint tried a new event to help the program and exceeded in it. In the pentathlon competition this season, Hint won the conference, broke numerous records, and finished 15th overall in the NAIA Indoor National Championships. This is after she won a pair of NCCAA hurdles national championships last spring. Our nominees for the men's award include Michael McHale, cross country, Juan Villagomez, track and field, Tom Kurzinski, volleyball, Daniel Izaza, soccer, Blake Foster, golf, Jake Alberts, bowling, Josh Galibrazuk, baseball, Darius Jones, basketball, and Marcus Berg, tennis. And the winner is Daniel Izaza. Daniel Izaza is one of the captains of the Judson men's soccer team. He was always ready to lead and serve his teammates and the Judson community. He is also an amazing servant leader overseas. This year, Danny joined the Belize team for the missions trip to serve alongside other students, staff, and alumni in San Antonio, Belize. Congratulations to both Isabel Hint and Daniel Izaza.
Now it's time to talk about our women's soccer team.
The women's soccer team made significant strides this season as the Eagles had 7 more victories than in 2018 and earned an NCCAA national tournament berth. The Eagles finished with 3 points in their pool, a point shy of advancing to the national tournament semifinals. Alondra Blanco was a key player for Judson's squad as she finished with 14 goals and 5 assists. Her season highlight includes scoring a hat trick over the NCCAA National Championship opener in a 7-0 win over Ecclesia. Blanco and Adela Palayo received NCCAA national and regional accolades and CCAC conference accolades.
Now it's time to talk about our male and female breakthrough athletes.
This award goes to an athlete who set new school or personal standards with excellent 2020 performances. Our nominees for the Women's Award include Enola Varga, volleyball, Chloe Burkhart, track and field and cross country, Haley Provo, golf, Kendall Leahy, bowling, Joseph Perez, soccer, Tamia Banks, basketball, Mariah Spivey, softball. Our winner is Chloe Burkhart. Burkhart was the only Eagle to qualify for NAIA Nationals in both cross country and track and field this season. In cross country, she was one of 2 Eagles to qualify for the NAIA National Championships in Vancouver, Washington this fall. She also was named CCAC All-Conference. In track, Burkhart competed in the 3,000-meter NAIA Indoor National Championship as she finished 13th in the semifinal heat, just 1 spot from advancing to the final race. Now for the Men's Award. The nominees include Luka Obradovic, track and field, Josh Santos, men's volleyball, Jordan Johnson, basketball, Nico Mihalopoulos, soccer, Dane Frederick, baseball, Augustin Listel Ditale, tennis, and Brandon Salazar, bowling. And the winner is Nico Mihalopoulos. Nico won the CCAC Men's Soccer Player of the Year award and helped Judson advance to the NCCAA National Tournament for the 2nd straight season after scoring 16 goals and amassing 35 points.
Even though the seasons were cut short due to COVID-19, the softball program had a significant season nonetheless. Let's hear more about it now.
The team went 9-1 on their annual spring trip to Florida, including sweeping an NAIA top 15 team in Campbellsville. Sky Osborne was continuing to be a leading hitter for Judson, as well as a good defender, and also added pitching to our arsenal, picking up a few wins for the Judson pitching staff. Carly Allen proved to be a solid power hitting addition to the lineup, and pitcher Lauren Hurley pitched a bulk of the innings for Judson this season, picking up 7 early wins.
Our next award is Mr. and Miss Eagle.
The Mr. and Miss Eagle Awards are to recognize athletes who embody the Judson experience, on and off the field. They are great influences on their teammates, the athletic department, and strive to improve themselves and others on a daily basis. The nominees for Miss Eagle include Annalise Cisneros, track and field, Emmeline Wright, basketball, Stephanie Lane, volleyball, Maddie Ballone, golf, Sky Osborne, softball, Danica Santiago, bowling, Marissa Fetters, soccer, and the winner is Emmeline Wright. Wright continued to support her teammates despite missing most of her senior season with an ACL tear. Wright was heavily involved on campus and is a spiritual leader on campus as well. She helps organize and run intramurals among many other tasks on Judson University's campus. The Mr. Eagle nominations are as follows: Chris Veltkamp, tennis, Grant Bradman, track and field, Luis Germano, soccer, Josh Santos, volleyball, Ethan Suits, golf, Caleb Rudder, basketball, Lau Lind, bowling. And the winner is Chris Veltkamp. Chris has been one of the top players in conference and is currently ranked 35th in the NAIA on the last ITA NAIA national poll. Chris has filled the #1 spot at Judson since he began his college tennis career and has shown exemplary performance in the classroom and on the tennis court. Chris has continually proven to be able to compete with the best players in the NAIA throughout this season thus far. Chris is a biochemistry major with a very high GPA and is heading into medical school after he completes his undergrad at JU. Chris is an exemplary student here at Judson and has excelled in the classroom for the past 3 seasons.
Our men's and women's tennis programs.
The Judson men's and women's tennis teams also had their spring seasons cut short due to the COVID-19 crisis and missed the majority of their CCAC conference year. In the fall, the teams played a lot of matches as well as making a trip down to Florida for spring break. Dimitri Ingracia and Christopher Veldkamp were both named NCCAA Student Athletes of the Week in the spring. Veldkamp was also ranked nationally by the ITA, ranking 9th as an individual player in the East region and 35th in the NAIA national poll. On the women's side, Samantha Brackenrig was named an NCCAA Student Athlete of the Week in early September. Congratulations to great seasons for the men's and women's tennis teams.
Even though the Judson University track and field team was unable to perform in the outdoor season, they had a very successful indoor season. Let's hear about it now.
The Eagles had an outstanding indoor track and field season, with their outdoor season being canceled due to COVID-19, which was set to begin in April. The Eagles captured 16 all-conference awards, 1 CCAC record, and 4 school records while competing at the conference championship for indoor track and field. Judson once again had 3 finishers in the top 10 of the NAIA Indoor National Race Walk Championship, with Annalise Cisneros taking first place, with Maria Alarcon finishing second, and Nayeli Cisneros finishing 8th. Chloe Burkhart also advanced to the NAIA Nationals in the 3,000-meter run. Isabel Hint continued to impress with winning the CCAC conference in the pentathlon and participated in the NAIA National Championship. On the men's side, the Eagles finished in 4th place in the CCACs, including podium finishes from Luka Obradovic, Ben Simpson, Francisco Villanueva, and the 4x800 relay team.
Our last sport that we will feature is volleyball. First, the men's.
The Judson men's volleyball program is led by first-year head coach Iberic Gardner, and the Eagles were able to get a majority of their season in prior to the season being suspended. The Eagles' best stretch of the season was in late January and early February, when the Eagles won 6 of 8 contests, including wins over Greenville and Geneva, to finish 4th in the NCCAA Invitational. The Eagles had 3 players receive CCAC weekly recognitions, including Tom Kurzinski, Noah McConville, and Kulu Morando. Judson was 2nd in the NAIA Division I with total digs, with 1,064 in the season, and were 2nd in digs per game, averaging almost 12. Coach Gardner had individual team awards for a few of his players. The Offensive Player of the Year is Josh Santos. His Defensive Player of the Year is Noah McConville. The Most Improved Player is Tom Kurzinski. The Most Valuable Player is also Tom Kurzinski. And his Athlete of the Year nomination is Kulu Morando. Congratulations to all of these athletes.
Now, the women's volleyball program.
The Judson University women's volleyball team, under the direction of head coach Julia Fahey, reached new heights as the Eagles, for the first time in program history, advanced to the NCCAA National Championship match and improved their record by 9 wins. Judson was also recognized as the CCAC Champion of Character team for the 2019 season. Katie Valeria and Mackenzie Ebert were NCCAA National All-Tournament team members, NCCAA North Central Region First Team members, and CCAC All-Conference recipients. Valeria was named NCCAA Third Team All-American, while Ebert earned NCCAA National Player of the Week 3 times in the final 4 weeks of the season.
Our next award will be Coach of the Year. Normally, we have a Penny Wars fundraiser where we have the athletes battle it out between each other as they try to determine which coach is the most deserving as they drop coins to either increase or decrease their team's value. Unfortunately, we couldn't have that award this year, so we just simply asked the coaches to name who their best coach of the year should be. Without further ado, let's find out who it is.
The Coach of the Year award goes to Julia Fahey. Fahey led Judson to its first ever NCCAA National Championship match this season as the Eagles improved their win total by 8. Fahey's recruiting class and coaching style helped bring the program to new heights in only her 2nd year on the job. Congrats, Julia.
As promised earlier, it's now time to feature our spring seniors. Many of our spring athletes were unable to complete their 2019-2020 season, so because they aren't going to get proper recognition at their respective events, we're going to name each of our senior spring athletes now.
Let's start with baseball. Matthew Meyer, Trevor Wilcox. Now to softball. Elizabeth Gagnon, Lauren Herlihy, Olivia Bartholomew, Sky Osborne, Sydney Harrison. To men's bowling, Brandon Salazar, David Ritchie, Lowell Lind, Sean Baker, Freddie Rosa. To women's bowling, Kendall Leahy, Nora Russell. To men's golf, Andrew Finley, Caleb Rudder, Carter Brunchen, Nick Swarzinski, Zach Whitmus. To women's golf, Brooke Nickel, Haley Provo, Casey Robinson, Maddie Ballone. To men's tennis, Augustin Listel Dit Olive, Christopher Kurzweil. To women's tennis, Georgia Redmond, Lauren Janicek. To men's track and field, Ben Simpson, Grant Bradman, Michael Ford, Michael McHale. And women's track and field, Annalie Cisneros, Chloe Burkhart, and Fatima Chaudhry. Thank you, Judson seniors, for your time in the athletic department. It certainly does not go unnoticed what you did for our Judson University Athletic program. Thank you.
So now this portion of the JUICY Awards, we're going to go ahead and recognize some of our most prestigious awards that we have here for the JUICY Awards every year. The first one is the Doc Ryder Scholar Athlete of the Year Award. And for those of you who don't know who Doc is, he is an absolute legend here at Judson University, both in the athletic department as well as in the academics. He came here in the early 1960s when the formation of the campus occurred and has been involved coaching the cross-country team over the years. He's also been involved as the athletic trainer for a little bit, and as well as the faculty and staff athletic liaison. He's done that, and he's also been a teacher in communication arts and a few other spots throughout his time at Judson University, and it's certainly a warranting award, and we wish Doc could be with us, but again, in light of COVID-19, we're going to go ahead and do the opening here, just us two here, so let's go ahead and give it a start. First, we have the Women's Scholar Athlete of the Year winner. Coach Pop's going to go ahead and open up the envelope and see what we got here.
Our Women's Scholar Athlete of the Year winner is Annalie Cisneros.
Cisneros is a scholar athlete in the CCAC, the NCCAA, and the NEIA, as a biochemistry major, and has the highest GPA among eligible upperclassmen female athletes. She also received the Lincoln Laureate Award. Every fall, a senior from each four-year school in Illinois is awarded the Abraham Lincoln Civic Engagement Award and becomes a student laureate.
Congratulations, Annalie. Well deserved. Now we're going to go ahead and do our men's Doc Ryder Scholar Athlete of the Year award winner.
The Men's Scholar Athlete of the Award winner this year is Chris Veldkamp.
Chris has the second highest GPA on campus overall and the highest GPA of all men across all sports on campus. Chris takes on anything that is challenging to his academics, as he was asked to work on an outside research project with one of our professors presenting a theory at Loyola. Chris is heading into his senior year as he is preparing to go to medical school after Judson University. Chris is a natural leader on the team and has continued to show high ethical behavior on and off the court. Congratulations, Chris. Well deserved.
So now we move to our other prestigious award here today. It is going to be our Athletes of the Year. First, we have the women's. Go ahead, Joel, give it open.
Our Our Judson Women's Athlete of the Year for this year is Annalise Cisneros.
Annalise Cisneros leads Judson as its most decorated athlete of all time. She won her 6th consecutive NEIA National Championship in the race walk event and set the 3,000-meter race walk NEIA record at the 2020 NEIA Indoor Track and Field Championships. She won her 7th consecutive CCAC championship in February, setting a new CCAC 3,000-meter race walk record and the Judson school record. She will finish her career as a 7-time NEIA All-American and a 6-time national champion. Congratulations, Annalie.
So now we're going to go ahead and award our Men's Athlete of the Year award. And this year we had an absolute dead-on tie between two athletes. We have a very prestigious voting situation where we vote for these awards between first, second, and third place votes. And we absolutely had a dead-on tie in all 3 categories. And we decided we might as well just award it to both of them because they're both equally as deserving to get this award. So Joel, let's go ahead and open up the first of our 2 Men's Athlete of the Year recipients for the 2019-2020 year.
Our first recipient of the Men's Athlete of the Year award from soccer, Nico Mihalopoulos.
Nico Mihalopoulos won the CCAC Men's Soccer Player of the Year award, the NEIA All-American Honorable Mention, NCCAA Third Team All-American, NCCAA North Central Region Player of the Year winner, and NCCAA North Central Region First Team All-American. He has helped Judson advance to the NCCAA National Tournament for the 2nd straight year after scoring 16 goals and amassing 35 points, which were both team highs, and also led the team with 3 game-winning goals. In 2 seasons, Nico has put himself on the map, enriched Judson University soccer history, and has a solid chance to appear in the top 10 records in numerous categories if he holds a similar pace come fall.
Congratulations, Nico. Well deserved. And now for our other co-men's 2019-2020 Athlete of the Year. Go ahead and give it an open there.
Our co-Men's Athlete of the Year award winner for this year from tennis, Chris Veldkamp.
Chris has been the number 1 singles and number 1 doubles player for the past 3.5 years on the men's tennis team. Chris has won over 100 matches at Judson, which puts him in an elite group of athletes that only few have achieved in program history. Chris will end up being the all-time winningest player by the end of next season at Judson. He has been awarded NEIA All-American, NCCAA All-American, multiple CCAC Player of the Week, and NCCAA Student Athlete of the Week awards. Chris is currently ranked by the ITA and NAIA 35th in the country on the national poll. In the East region, Chris is currently ranked number 9. Chris is a natural leader on the team and has continually shown his high ethical behavior on and off the court. Congratulations to Chris.
So as we conclude the JUICY Awards, we'd like to thank many people who certainly made this possible, as well as the 2019-20 athletic year. President Dr. Gene Kroom, Vice President Nikki Fenner, Athletic Director Joel Poppenfuss, Chris Moment as Assistant Athletic Director, all of the head and assistant coaches here at Judson University, athletic trainers Josiah Douglas and Abby Nix, Executive Assistant Jan Andreessen, Faculty Athletic Representative Nathan Chang, and Maddox Reed, my graduate assistant, for all their hard work they've done this year to make the athletic department as strong as it is.
And thanks to our Sports Information Director here, Austin Anderson. Thank you, Austin.
Absolutely. I would like to invite you to give us a closing prayer, if you would, Coach Pop, as we conclude the JUICY Awards.
You bet. Let's pray. Lord, we want to thank you today for all of these athletes who have chosen to come to Judson University and to develop as people, as students, and as athletes. We thank you for the hard work that they've put in this year, for the things they've accomplished, for the games that they've won, for the awards that they've received. And we thank you especially for those that we have honored here today. Lord, bless them. Help them feel valued in your eyes and appreciated by all of us for all that they have done on the fields and the courts and the tracks of athletic competition. Father, continue to work in their lives. Remind them every day of your love and your grace and your goodness. Help them sense your purpose for each of them and use them in this world in a significant way. Thanks for all the families, the parents, the siblings who supported them as well. And we pray that you would bless each of these families. For we ask it through Jesus. Amen.
Amen. This has been the 2019-2020 JUICY Awards. Thank you to all of our fans and athletes especially for all of your hard work in the 2019-2020 year. Be sure to visit JudsonEagles.com for future updates on Judson University Athletics. Until then, so long.